Welcome to my channel. If you ever felt too much, or like the world was just a little too loud, you're in the right place. Because what if the story you're about to hear isn't just relaxing, but exactly what your nervous system has been waiting for? This isn't just a story. It's a soft unraveling of tension, a mirror for your emotions, and a path back to the calm inside you. So take a breath, let my voice guide you, and if you find comfort here, I invite you to subscribe and stay a while, because sometimes the most powerful healing begins with a single story and the quiet courage to listen. The Fear of Judgment, a journey back to authentic expression. Her name is Sera, and for most of her life, she felt like she was being watched, even when she wasn't. Every room felt like a test. Every word, every movement, like it might be scored or dismissed or misunderstood. She became careful, measured, always rehearsing in her head before she even let the words out. And even when she did speak, she watched faces too closely, searching for cues, trying to read approval before she'd even finish her sentence. Her voice, it had started strong once, but over time, it grew quiet. Not from lack of ideas, but from too many moments of flinching after speaking. So she stopped showing up fully, at work, in conversation, even around people she loved. She smiled, she nodded, she agreed. But the real her, the deep her, she lived behind a thick, soundproof wall. Until one rainy evening, long after the city had quieted, Sera found herself walking alone. The streets were slick with reflections, lights from storefronts and traffic signals, shimmering like ghosts beneath her feet. She turned down an alley that she'd never noticed before. At the end was a small building, glass-fronted, softly lit. A sign read simply, "Open studio, no mirrors, no judgment, just voice." She almost kept walking, almost. But something inside her paused. And then, for no reason she couldn't explain, she stepped in. The space was warm, dim, empty except for a woman sitting behind a small desk. She looked up and smiled. Not the kind of smile that says, "Impress me." The kind that says, "You don't have to." "You're welcome to speak," the woman said gently. "No one listens here to judge, only to witness." Sera didn't answer. Her throat felt tight, but the woman nodded as if she understood. She pointed to a simple room with one chair, one mic, and a curtain. "No mirrors," she said. "Just you and your voice, if you want." Sera stepped into the room. The curtain closed behind her. Silence. She stood in front of the mic, heart pounding, hands trembling. So many voices rushed through her mind, the ones that told her she was too quiet, too much, too emotional, and too intense. But there was no one watching her now. No mirrors to reflect back the rules. Just air, just space, just her. She took a shaky breath, closed her eyes, and whispered. At first, only a word, then a sentence, then a thought she never said out loud. And the more she spoke, the more something opened. Not her voice, her permission. Tears came, quietly, steadily. Not from sadness, but from the feeling of finally being heard, even if no one else was in the room. When she left the studio, her words still echoed inside her. Not polished, not perfect, but real. From that night forward, Sera began to speak in small ways, clearer, slower, less edited. Not because she was suddenly brave, but because she had stopped performing. She had found the room inside herself, where no mirrors existed, only truth. And now, when the fear of judgment stirred in her belly, she would breathe, place her hand over her heart, and remind herself, I don't need to be perfect to be true. I just need to be honest. And her voice, once buried, became a steady flame. Not for validation, but for freedom. Hypnotic Induction. The room without mirrors. Take a slow breath in and let it go gently, like a sigh you've been holding for days. Let your eyes soften, and if it feels right, let them close. Right now, there's nothing you need to say. Nothing to explain. No one to impress. This moment is for you. Let your shoulders release. Let your jaw loosen. Let your breath deepen just a little. And as you breathe, you might notice a certain stillness beginning to rise. Not the kind of silence that feels empty, but the kind that feels like permission. Permission to rest, to feel, to be. Now imagine this. You're standing outside a quiet building. It's late. The city is hushed. Raindrops glisten beneath the dim streetlights. And inside is a space. Not a stage. Not a performance. Just a softly lit room with no mirrors. You step inside. No one is watching. No one is waiting. Just a chair, a microphone, a curtain that closes gently behind you, and silence that welcomes you, not with pressure, but with possibility. You walk to the mic and feel your heartbeat, not as fear, but as readiness. Place your hand over your chest right now. If it feels safe, and breathe. Notice the warmth there, the rhythm, the pulse of something long suppressed, starting to wake up. You don't need to speak yet. Just notice the space, the absence of mirrors, the absence of judgment. This room is like your own mind when you stop filtering. This breath is what your truth feels like before it's shaped to please others. There's no script here, no expectations, just breath and space and truth. Stay here a little longer. Let yourself remember what it feels like to exist without explanation, to be felt, not fixed, to be witnessed, not judged. When you're ready, your voice will rise, not because you force it, but because you allow it. Let yourself rest in that knowing. Let the silence cradle you. Let your breath be the first word. And when you speak, it will be real. It will be enough. So here are the key meanings. Number 1, you are not broken. You are complex. Aria's life between two winds represents living with emotional highs and lows. The story teaches that having intense emotional experiences doesn't make you broken. It makes you human and layered. Number 2, emotions are forces, not identities. The golden and the cold winds represents emotional states, not who Aria is. She learns that she doesn't have to be defined by her emotions. She can feel them, ride them, and survive them without losing herself. Number 3, healing comes from making peace, not fighting. Aria's journey is not about eliminating the winds, her highs and lows. It's about understanding, respecting, and riding them, finding a rhythm instead of exhausting herself trying to control them. Number 4, you can be the bridge between extremes. Instead of being trapped by her highs or cursed by her lows, Aria realizes she can hold space for both. She becomes the bridge, the steady place where sky meets sea, where extremes coexist without destroying her. Number 5, small rituals build stability. Lighting a candle, wrapping yourself in a blanket, dancing lightly with joy, Aria finds small practices that anchor her when the winds rise. Healing is not about grand victories, but about gentle, coexist self-care. Number 6, wholeness includes all parts of you. Aria doesn't have to pick one wind to be good and reject the other. She is whole because of her fullness, not despite it. Her energy and her death both have wisdom and beauty to offer. And once again, you've done beautifully. By simply listening, you've given yourself the gift of stillness, of presence, of healing. And maybe something inside you has shifted, subtly, gently, like a curtain parting to reveal a little more light. If the story brought you peace, clarity, or a moment of rest, know that there's more waiting for you here. I'd love for you to subscribe so you can return whenever you need a soft place to land. And if you feel called to share this with someone else who could use a moment of calm, you might just be giving them the most unexpected gift today. For now, let that feeling stay with you. Let the story echo through the quiet, and return anytime you're ready to listen. Until next time, be well.